Okay, so welcome to the today's topic that is NLP and its process in AI. So, as it's the first and foremost thing that we have to, whenever we are going to continue any topic or whenever we are going to continue with a session. So, first and foremost thing is to discuss about the today's agenda. Whatever things that we are going to discuss in this session, let's have a look on it. So, in the agenda, first of all, we are going to discuss about not only the introduction to the artificial intelligence. Okay, what is artificial intelligence? Then we are going to discuss about its features. Okay, artificial intelligence, its features, its subsets. Okay. Then after that, we are going to know a very short information about that. Okay, the data science, what that is the backbone of AI. That means how the data science became the backbone of AI. After that, we have the subsets of AI. Then we are going to focus on our main topic, that is briefing about the NLP. After that, we are going to discuss about process of NLP, and post of this topic, we are going to discuss the real-time scope, okay, of using the natural language processing and the real-time examples of natural language processing. So, coming to the first topic of discussion, that is the introduction to AI. So, we all know that AI is nothing but it is the artificial intelligence. That means if we will just divide it into two parts, okay, artificial means it is the man-made, and intelligence means it is the knowledge, or we can tell it as the thinking power. So, artificial intelligence is nothing but it is the man-made thinking power, or we can explain it as the machines, okay, the machines that are involved or that are built up with the artificial intelligence, they have the ability, okay, the machines have the ability to think, to analyze, to visualize, okay, all the necessary things or all the possible outcomes without having any human intervention, okay, without having any human interference. It can analyze by itself, it can make the decisions by itself, okay, and it can also predict the outcomes, or we can tell it as it can also check, or it can also predict the future outcomes. Okay, so if we will discuss about the AI, then whatever things, we all know that about the data science, that in the data science we are going to deal with the data, we are analyzing the data, we are writing the codes, okay, we are building some top models like by using the machine learning algorithms, by using the deep learning algorithms, right? We are doing the feature engineering, whatever things we are doing with the data that comes under the data science. Okay, in a very simple way, I am telling you, whenever we are dealing with the data, whenever we are completely doing all the operations on the data, like from collecting, from gathering the data set to deploying it into the cloud, okay, whatever things we are doing with the data, that involves the data science process. And in the data science process, what all things we come up with? We come up with the machine learning, we come up with the deep learning, okay? We come up with the computer vision, we come up with the NLPs. Then after that, whenever we are doing some models, okay, whenever we are passing some algorithms upon the data, so the data should be it should be not a raw data, right? Whenever we are collecting a data, that should be raw data, but after collection of the raw data, we are doing some statistical analysis upon it, like for reading the data, for summarizing the data, for handling the data. Suppose we have some missing values, suppose we have some outliers, so these all are the statistical terms that is involved in the data pre-processing. Okay, before building a model, we are doing the data pre-processing. And whenever we are doing the data pre-processing, what all, or what is the communication language that is required to connect the user with the system, or to the connecting the user with the whatever analysis or whatever programming that we are doing. So for that, we are using the Python or the R language. Get it? So the Python and the R, it is nothing but it is the computer programming language that acts as a communication bridge between the user and the system. Or we can tell it as between the user and the data, or we can also tell it as between the user and the machine learning models, or between an AI application. So whatever thing we are doing in the data science, okay, whatever thing that we are doing with the data science project, at the end of the day, what we are doing, we are building an AI application. Okay, we are just building an AI application. So if we will take a real life example, okay, in the Facebook that we are using, it is the most renowned social media site, right? It is the most renowned social media site, the site that we have. So, like in the if you will check in the in the previous version of Facebook, and if you are checking in the now means now whatever things that has come with the most advanced features that have come with the Facebook, then it is like we have so many differences. We have so many advanced features. Okay, so we can tag. Okay, we can tag the people with whatever chats or whatever conversation we are doing, whatever story we are uploading. Okay, all these things are getting stored into the database. Whatever, suppose you are sending someone some message request, or you are sending someone friend request, then according to it, the Facebook will give you some suggestions. If you're scrolling any videos in the Facebook, then according to your interest, it will analyze and it will constantly give you some suggestions upon that videos. Yes or no? Take the example of the Netflix. Take the example of the YouTube. All of these are the AI applications. Even we know that the boys are most familiar with the video games or the mobile phone, the AI games that we have, the PUBG, the Free Fire. Okay, we have many more games. We have the we like the rummies, then the playing the cards. Okay, playing chess. So all these things are nothing but these are the examples of the AI applications. Otherwise, think of that way. Just take an example of the carom board, the carom game we have, right? So in that game, we can make it as we can use it's like two users can also be there. Okay, also if suppose one person is using, okay, and if he is selecting that, okay, computer will play against me, right? Yes or no? So how it is playing, the computer will also play, right? In the Ludo game, the same thing happening. Getting? So how the computer is playing, how it is knowing your move, how it is knowing, getting to know that, okay, whatever things you are thinking in your mind, what is the next step you are going to do. Getting? So all these things are the part of AI, nothing, nothing else. Getting? So come to the next part that we have. Okay, so I will just take a 1 minute time to make you inform that I'm sending the link in the chat box. Please, whoever are the attendees present over the session, just go and fill it up so that we can track your attendance record. Okay? Okay. So coming to the next part, that is the features of the AI. So as we know that in the AI, it involves the deep learning, the NLPs, the machine learning, the neural networks, okay, the computer vision. Then we have, suppose in the machine learning, if we will subset it, then we have the supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, okay, the reinforcement learning, the semi-supervised learning. So among this, if we will talk about the robots, okay, the robots that are generating. So the robots, inside the robots, the algorithm or the type of the artificial intelligence that we are going to use is it is the reinforcement learning. Okay, it is the means like it is very interesting to know it. Okay, so by the help of the reinforcement learning, we are making the robots. Okay, just remember this point. And so these are the features. If we will talk about the, I will not go in brief because we all know the what is AI. Then what are the features of AI? If someone doesn't know it, then I'm explaining it also. Getting? Now, come to the applications of AI. So, in which sectors, okay, in which sector the AI is getting used? So if we will talk about like the healthcare sector, okay, so there also AI getting used like for diagnosing purpose, okay, uh, to have a clear image of some diagnosis. Like suppose someone is suffering from any suppose a gastrology patients, okay, when we are treating the gastric patient, so we have something called endoscopy. Okay, so by the help of the endoscopy, what we are doing, we are just checking. The doctors, what they will do, they will just put a pipe, okay, and in the above of the pipe there will be a little camera. Okay, this will just go into your through your esophagus, and it will around means, it will go till your stomach and it will absorb. So in that case, the reports that will generate, okay, the images that are generating, so that must be clear. Otherwise we can't identify the disease, right? We can't identify that, okay, in which part the problem is happening, okay, and the person has the issue in which body part, in the MRI scans, in the x-rays. So in all these things the AI is getting used. Also, not only in the diagnosing part, also in generating the medicines, in generating the reports, okay, how the medical is means like how the patients are reacting, how we can track the record of the patients. All this, in all these things the AI is helping the healthcare industry. After that, if we will talk about the business, okay, so business purpose. So in the business purpose, for predicting the future sales or for predicting the future growth of that company, till 5 or 6 years, okay, for the upcoming 5 or 6 years. Yeah, with the help of the AI or with the help of the data science, we can predict it. Then in the education system also, in the travel industry, in the social media platform, as I have already given you the example, that how in the social media platform we are using the AI application, okay, and in autonomous vehicles, getting, so it helps to support the decision making and the research. Okay, the AI has the capability that it will help us to support in the decision making and the research. Okay, it helps to integrate the activities in medical, in software, in cognitive sciences, and the adaptive intelligence, the chatbots, the automation helps to smoothen out the business process. Getting, so with the AI, the system alerts the teacher whenever we are talking about the education system. Okay, so it will just alert the teacher, and also it will tell that what is right, what is wrong. It gives students a customized message which offers the hints to the correct answer. Suppose they are during an exam, or suppose they are during a mock test or something. So it can help it. Then we can tell it as this is where the artificial intelligence is used and where it can be compared to the human brain. You think? In many cases, in many survival cases, in many e-platforms also, artificial intelligence has challenged the human brain. Okay, so starting from the notifications to the upgradations, everything is curated by AI. If we are talking about the Facebook, or if we are talking about the Instagrams, so in that case, in the social media platform, so starting from the notifications getting to the upgradations, okay, to the tagging to people, we are adding now something in the Instagram, avatar thing, right, a new feature. Okay, this is the real use cases. This is the very real use cases. If you will check in your surrounding, if you will check out your surrounding in a daily basis, in a day by day, each and every second, you are coming in contact with some AI applications. Getting? So it is the AI that is helping us to prevent the future damage. Also, it understands the needs and it addresses the developmental needs while focusing on the sustainability. Getting? Now, how the data science is a backbone of AI. From the past discussion that we are doing since 15 minutes, I think you have gained some of the idea that how the data science became the backbone of AI. Okay, because whatever thing we are doing, whatever thing, the main, if we will tell it as like the core component, okay, the core component of anything, okay, what is the core component of a building? It's like the bricks, yes or no, like that. So the core component of the complete AI is the data. Without data, it's like we can't even do anything. Yes or no? And we all know that data science is completely based on the analyzing and building the data. Okay. So in data science, whatever things we used to come up with, we used to come up with the statistics, which is helping for the analysis of the data and generating the reports. We have the domain expertise in data science, like it will give you the domain knowledge. Okay, like we have different kind of domains. We have the finance domain, we have the banking domain, we have the education, we have the transport, we have the automobile. Okay, we have the healthcare. So all these domains, okay, we can get the domain expertise in the field of the data science. Getting now, we have the data engineering process. So in this data engineering process, what happened? So we can it will do a variety of data transformation techniques. Okay, the data can be whatever data we are getting, it can be of different kind of size, different kind of formats. It can be extracted from different kind of databases. Okay, by through any database also we can get, through any normal manual reports or manual files also we can get. Okay, so what are the type of the collection of the data? What are the we have a term in the data engineering, that is the ETL: extract, transformation, and the load. Okay, so this process has happened inside the data engineering process. Then we have the advanced computing, okay, in which we are doing the advanced computation of the data by using some advanced statistical methods, the machine learning algorithms, okay. So all the thing we are doing the cost functions, we are reducing the errors, getting. So all these things, then we are doing the data visualization, okay. Suppose you are the data scientist, okay, you are performing each and every operations on the data. You know that, okay, this thing I am doing, you know what is the model accuracy, you know what are the parameters, you know what is the hypertuning, you know what is the standardization, normalization, but when you are providing or when you are visualizing the or submitting the project to your client, there will be one person, right, who is needy for this project, who has given you this project. Yes or no? So whoever the client is present over there, whenever you are just going to submit the response, whatever response you have got by analysis of the data, by doing the project, okay, whatever the outcomes you have withdrawn. So how the client will get to know? Is he a data scientist? No. Is he familiar with the Python language? No. Is he familiar with the codes, the statistical methods? What is machine learning? What is deep learning? What is regression models? All these things he doesn't know, right? Then how you are going to make him understand? By visualizing it, by visualizing the graphs, by visualizing the reports. Okay. So in data science, we are getting the most advanced visualizing techniques, which is done by some of the most well marketed visualization tools. We have the SAS, we have the Power BI, we have the Tableau, okay? So we have the Fleet View and many more we have, right? All these things, when it will include together, we call it as the data science. Then from this, obviously we can tell that the data science is nothing but it is the backbone of AI. However, we are generating an AI application by the end of the day. Before that, we are dealing with the data in the process of the data science only. Okay, in the process of the data science, we are going to deal with the data. Yes or no? Now, and so it's almost harder to understand all the acronyms getting that surround the artificial intelligence than the underlying technology of AI versus machine learning versus deep learning. Okay, so if a couple that with the different disciplines of AI as well as the application domains, and it's easy and it is very easy for the average person, okay, to tune out that while it's a good idea to first look at how each can be clearly defined when we are comparing the science behind the complex technologies. What are the complex technologies we have? The machine learning versus the AI or versus the NLP versus the machine learning. So many of us get confused that okay, whether the natural language processing, okay, it is a part of the data science or it is a part of the machine learning or it is a part of the AI. Getting? So let's talk about it. Just view the diagram here. Whatever the diagram that I have with me. So here, this is the complete artificial intelligence. Okay, this is the complete artificial intelligence in which what we have here we have the machine learning. Okay, here we have the natural language processing. Okay, and in the machine learning we have the deep learning here. Okay, then here we have the natural language processing. Here we have the expert systems. Okay, we have the speech recognitions. We have the vision. Okay, in the vision, inside the vision, we have the machine vision and the image recognition. So upon this computer vision, very soon we are going to do a session upon this computer vision. Okay, so then we have the robotics. We have the planning here. Okay, so in the speech recognitions getting we have the speech to text, then text to speech that we are doing with what the Google Translator. Okay, in WhatsApp also we have that features already included, right? So then in the natural language processing, okay, so natural language processing is nothing but it is a subset of the AI. Okay, it is the subset of the AI. So what all things that are included in the natural language processing or the NLP? So here we have the text generation. Okay, here we have the question answering. Okay, we have the context extraction, we have the classification, and we have the machine translation. Getting? So clear now what is means how the NLP is getting differed. So NLP is nothing but it refers to the system that understands the language. Okay, it is the natural language processing. From its name only, it is defining its meaning. Okay, so here it refers to the system that can understand the language. Okay, now suppose take the example at have you ever know about Sonic? Okay, so at the Sonics, what happened? What we are doing, we are converting the audio to the text. Okay, whatever audio we are telling, we are just converting it to the text using machines. Okay, so the principle underlying these technologies are automated speech recognition. Okay, that we are calling it as ASR. Okay, the automated speech recognition, and we have the natural language processing. So if we will talk about the ASR and NLP, so ASR is nothing but, or the automated speech recognition, it is nothing but it is the processing of the speech to text. Okay, whereas NLP is the processing of the text to understand the meaning. Understanding the difference. So whatever conversions are getting done by using the what? By using the from the speech to the text, whatever conversions are doing, obviously there will be a system. Okay, there will be some technology or some method where the system will understand fast and first it will understand what is the speech, what is the meaning of the speech. Suppose I am telling my system or my Google Translator that, okay, what do you mean by artificial intelligence? I'm telling, okay, that what do you mean by artificial intelligence? Give me the answer. Okay, I don't have to tell her that, okay, give me the answer. If I am speaking like this, okay, what is the use of artificial intelligence or what is an artificial intelligence? What it will do, it will directly give you the search result. Yes or no? So for that, there will be a system who will understand what we are saying. Yes, right? Who will understand what we are saying. And this understanding, okay, is done by the natural language processing. Okay, so it is the processing of the text to understand the meaning. Because as I have told you, humans speak with, we can tell it as that particular word, we, the humans, are speaking with the abbreviations. Yes or no? The abbreviations, and that particular word is nothing but that is um, colloquialism. Okay, I remember now. It is colloquialism. That means it takes the extensive computer analysis of the natural language to drive the accurate outputs. Sometimes you have seen whenever when sometimes it happens. Suppose a person is telling some word to the Google by using the Google Translator. Okay, by using the Google Translator or by using the Google Translator. So at that time, what happens? Now the words will mismatch. Okay, suppose I am telling a word, what it will do, it will give you another word, but the pronunciation will be same. Getting, so at that time, what happens? Computer get confused. The system will get confused that, okay, because we humans are generating the different kind of abbreviations, right? Or the pronunciation, the way of pronunciation is different from one to one person. Yes or no? So at that time, what happens? This type of confusion occurs, and it will give you another word which has the same pronunciation as of you are telling, as of the word you are telling. Getting, so it is the, and this ASP and NLP, okay, this fall under the AI. Getting, the machine learning and the NLP have some overlap, like as the ML is often used for NLP tasks. Okay, we can use the machine learning that is for doing the NLP task. Okay, and the ASR, the automated speech recognitions, it also overlaps with the ML. Getting, how it has historically been a driving force, okay, behind many machine learning techniques. So when we are comparing the AI versus the machine learning, so it is very crucial to understand the overlaps, okay, and the differences within. Because all these things now, these are interrelated with each other. Okay, sometimes the AI will get used in the NLP. Okay, sometimes the NLP will be getting used during building any model. Okay, we are going to combine this to build some model. Okay, so this overlapping, this will continue because all these things now, these are under only a one package, that is artificial intelligence. Okay, now talking about the or coming to the briefing about the NLP. So, as we know that the natural language processing, it is nothing but it is a subfield of artificial intelligence. Okay, it is a subfield of artificial intelligence. It enables the robots, okay, to analyze and comprehend the human language. How robots are talking, how robots are analyzing your voice, how robots are getting to know what you are saying, and what is the answer it will have to give to your question, or what is the reaction it will have to give to your words. Getting? So it enables the robots to analyze and comprehend the human language, which enabling them to carry out the repetitive activities without any human intervention. Whenever a robot is completely prepared, you are not going to tell about that robot, just give this answer to that person. No, it will give the answer by itself only. Getting how it is getting prepared. Okay, so for take the example, including the machine translation, the summarizations, the ticket classification, and the spell check. The spell check that we are using. Okay, so it is the ability of a computer to analyze and understand the human language. It is a very simple definition of the NLP. It is the ability of a computer to analyze and understand the human language. So, as it is a subset of the artificial intelligence, that is completely focused on the human language, and it is very closely related to the computational linguistics. That means which focuses more on the statistical and the formal approaches to understanding the language. Okay, so it is typically used for what? For document summarizations, for text classifications, for topic detections, for tracking, for machine translation, speech recognition, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so this is the complete definition of the natural language processing. So I will go to the slide, then that is the thing written here. So the next, the some additional point is that it helps the developers to organize the knowledge for performing the tasks such as the same thing: translation, automation, summarization, named entity recognition, okay, speech recognition, relationship extraction, and topic segmentation. Okay. So if I will just zoom here, okay, so here it is a text example. Okay, so whatever we are getting the faster replies, okay, we are getting the faster customer service also. Now, coming to the components of the NLP. Okay, what are the components of the NLP? Okay, so as here we have the two components of the NLP. One is the natural language understanding. Second one is your natural language generation. Okay, so this natural language understanding, what does it mean? So it helps the machine to understand and analyze the human language by extracting the metadata, okay, from the content such as concepts, entities. Okay, then we have the keywords, emotions, getting relations, and some semantic roles. So here in the NLU, or the natural language understanding, whatever things that we have here, we have the lexical ambiguity, we have the syntactical ambiguity, we have the referential ambiguity. Okay. Now, if I will talk about the natural language generation, okay, if I will talk about the natural language generation, so what all these things that is included? So it acts as the translator that converts the computerized text. Okay, that converts the computerized data or text into the natural language representation. Okay, so ALU, or the natural language understanding, what it is doing, it is helping the machine to understand and analyze the human language. Getting? And what natural language generation is doing? It is acting as a translator that will convert the computerized data. Okay, that will convert the computerized data into the natural language representation. Okay, So it mainly involves the text planning, the sentence planning, and the textualization. Suppose we are speaking something, okay? We have given the speech, getting whatever. So suppose hello, good morning. So the natural language understanding, what it will do, it will understand the language first, what you are telling. Getting hello, good morning. It will understand your speech first. Okay, it will analyze your language. Getting it will analyze and understand in your language. And what does the natural language generation do? After understanding the human language, okay, after understanding and analyzing the human language, it will convert that speech. It will convert that speech, or that speech has been recorded as a computerized data. Yes or no? It will just convert that computerized data into the natural language representation. Okay. So natural language representation, what it involves the text planning. Okay. Suppose you are telling hello, good morning, then by each and every, it will do the tokenization. Okay. It will just split it into tokens. Okay, and each of the token, what it will do, it will convert it into the representation. Okay, the into the natural language representation technique. So it will do the text planning. Okay, how many texts are there, or there will, or you are telling some sentences. Okay, or whatever text realization is there. So all these things are done through the natural language generation. Getting now? Okay. So this is known as the components of the natural language processing. Now, coming to the work process. Okay, how does the NLP work? Okay. So, if I will go through the slide, then how does NLP work? Suppose a human talks to the machine. Okay, suppose this is a machine. Suppose take it as your that Siri or Alexa. Okay, so it talks to the machine. After that, what happens? That whatever speech you have given, or whatever thing you have interact with the system, what it is doing, the machine, what it will do, it will just capture the audio first. Okay, it will capture the audio first. Then what it will do, then the audio to text conversation takes place. Whatever the audio that has been get captured with the machine, okay, that will be converted to the text. Okay, that will be converted to the text. And after this text generation, what will happen, that the machine, what it will do, it will process the text data. Okay, in that data, suppose you have told like hello Alexa, good morning, or hello Alexa, play some good music. Whatever text, whatever data is present inside the text. Okay, so what it will do, the machine will process the data that is present inside the text. Okay, or the text data it will process. Then after processing the text data, what it will do, the data to audio conversion occurs. Okay, the data to audio conversion occurs. Getting? Means whatever, suppose it will process the text data. Okay, it will process the text data. Then after that, whatever data it will get, okay, by processing the text data. So this data is again converted to the audio. Okay, the data is again converted to the audio. Then what it will do? The machine will respond with the audio file. Getting? The machine will respond to the with the audio file. So this is the what process of the NLP, or the natural language processing. So this NLP uses, what it will use, it will use the machine learning algorithm to analyze the large amount of unstructured data. Okay, and it will extract the relevant information. So The algorithms are well trained to recognize the patterns. Okay, whatever we are doing with the machine learning algorithms, we are training the data, right? We are training our model. So they are completely trained to recognize the patterns, the audio patterns. Okay, and it will make the inferences based on those patterns. Inferences means the assumptions or the predictions. It will make. So the user must, how it will work, the user must input a sentence into the NLP system. Okay, then the NLP system breaks down the sentence into smaller part of words. I have told you, like the tokenization. Okay, it will do the tokenization. So it will do the smaller part of the words, that is called the tokens. And these tokens are again convert, and it will, what it will do, these tokens are again convert to the audio. Okay, or this will convert the audio to the text. Then the, what is the next step will be done? The machine learning. The machine process the text data and creates an audio file based on the processed data. Okay, then the machine will respond with an audio file based on the processed text data. Getting? So this is the complete work process of the NLP. Okay, so inside this or behind this, there are many algorithms. There will be the building of the model. Okay, there will be the data also, means whatever, there are many things that involved in this cycle. Okay, it will be, if you will go deep dive inside this work process of NLP, okay, then you will get to know that if you are involving with some machine learning, if you know the data science, okay, then you are going to build an amazing in NLP system. Okay, at the end of the day, this is the work process. Then coming to the real-time use cases of the NLP. Okay, what are the real-time use cases? First, we have the intelligent, the real-time use cases. We have the intelligent document processing. Okay, so this use case, what it will involve? It will involve the extracting information from the unstructured data, such as the text and the images. And here, NLP is used to identify the most relevant part of those documents, and it will present them in an organized manner. Okay, so we have the sentiment analysis, we have the fraud detection. So whatever things we are doing in the sentiment analysis, it is another way in which companies would use the NLP in their operations. Like the software would analyze the social media post, okay, about a business or a product, getting that is used to determine whether people think positively or negatively about it. The sentiment analysis, it is done where we can tell it as in the e-commerce websites, okay, in the Amazon or Flipkart. Okay, we are the people are telling the reviews. Yes or no? They are posting the reviews. So based on their interest, based on their reviews, what is happening? They will do the sentiment analysis. Okay, they will do the sentiment analysis upon it, whether how many percentage people of customers have the positive, have given the positive feedback, okay, or how many persons have given the negative feedback about that product or about the company, about the business. So everything is done through the sentiment analysis. Then after that we have the fraud detection. So in the fraud detection, how NLP is getting used? Just think, we all have seen in some movies, right? Like we are analyzing, okay, just talking about that. So in the real world scenario, what happens now? The NLP can be used for the fraud detection by analyzing the all by analyzing the unstructured data. How the unstructured data? Like emails, these are not the structured data, right? Because structured data are nothing but the data that has been represented with the what, within a table, which will have some rows and which will have some columns. Get it? And besides that, all the data we have that are the unstructured data. Okay, so here in the fraud detection, we have the unstructured data, like we get the data from the email. Okay, we are getting the data from the phone calls. Okay, suppose we have some insurance databases. Getting so this from this analyzation from this kind of data. So data we use to identify the patterns. Okay, we use to identify the patterns or the fraudulent activities based on the keywords. Okay, based on the keywords, there will be some keywords getting used, and based on that, they can identify the patterns. Getting now we have the language detection. So here the in the natural language processing, it is getting used for detecting the language of text documents or tweets. We can call it as. So this could be useful for content moderation. Okay, and the content translation companies. Getting? I will not go deep dive into it because these are of different kind of domains, and it is impossible to get familiar to um, have the more means much knowledge. Okay, by seeing this the theories. Okay, it will not possible. If you will go and you will act on that domain, you will do the work upon that domain, then only you are going to know that okay, what are the very small tiny things are there that are getting used. Getting? So in the now the language detection get over. Now we have the conversational AI or the chatbot. We all are familiar. At least this name we have listened, right? The chatbot. So the a conversation AI, that is often called a chatbot. It is an application, okay, that understands the natural language input, okay, either spoken or written. And what it will do, it will perform a specific action. And this conversational interface, okay, that is used for the customer service, the sales, and the entertainment processes. Okay, then after that we have the text summarization. Okay, then we have the text translations. We have the question answering. Okay, so question answering, it is a task in the NLP. And in this task, what happens? Now it will receive a question as the input, and it will return the answer. Okay, like the simplest form of question answering is to find a matching entry in the knowledge base. Yes or no? And it will return the contents. Okay. Then we have the most important thing, that is the named entity recognition. Okay. So this named entity recognition, it is a process of extracting the named entities from a unstructured text into the predefined category. Suppose take the example of some named entities that include the people, organizations, and locations. Okay, so we can draw a pattern between them. Okay. Now, social media monitoring, we all know that there's in the social media monitoring tools, they are using the NLP techniques to extract the mentions of a brand or product or service from the social media post. Okay, so once it will get detected, these mentions can be analyzed for the sentiment or the engagement and some other metrics. Okay, then we have the predictive text and the clinical documentation. Get it? So these are nothing but these are the real-time use cases of the NLP. Now, coming if I will talk about the examples of NLP, then we have the Google Translate. Okay, so we all know that Google Translate, it is a free web-based translation service that supports over 100 languages. Okay, and it can translate your content automatically into this language. Yes or no? Suppose we are doing some language conversation from English to Hindi, or from English to Spanish, or from Spanish to French, whatever. Okay, so it will automatically translate your content to the specific language that has been provided. So This service has two modes. Okay, one mode is the translation, and another mode is the translation suggestions. Okay. Now, coming to the word processors, this is a best example of the NLP. Okay, the word processors, that is the Microsoft Word or and the Grammarly. We all have seen the Grammarly in the YouTube. Yes or no? There are a lot of ad that is generated by the Grammarly in the YouTube. So this Grammarly that will use the NLP to check the grammatical errors. Okay. So the word processors like Microsoft Word and the Grammarly, what they will do, they will use the natural language processing to check the text for the grammatical errors. Okay, and they how they will do this by looking at the context of your sentence. Okay, they will do by looking at the context of your sentence instead of just the words themselves. Getting? Then after that we have the what speech recognition or the IVR system that is used in the call centers. Okay, so this speech recognition, it is an excellent example of the means NLP. Okay, how the NLP is getting used to improve the customer experience. So it is a very common requirement for the business, right, to have the IVR systems in place so that the customers can interact with their products and the services without having to speak to a live person. Listen. So this allows them to handle more calls, but also helps the help to cut the cost. Okay. Then we have the personal digital assistant, that is Google Home, Siri, Cortana, Alexa. Okay, so here how the NLP is using. So the use of NLP has become the more prevalent, as we know, in the recent years as a technology. Okay, and the personal digital assistant applications like the Google Home, Siri, Cortana. So these are the personal digital assistant applications. Okay, so these are also have been getting updated with the NLP capabilities. Okay, and these devices use the NLP to understand the human speech, and they will also respond to you appropriately. Okay, so this is the complete overview that I want to deliver to you uh, about the natural language processing. Okay, so this is all that we have in the NLP. These are the use cases, the examples. Okay, and then what are the we can call it as how it is working, how the NLP works. And one more thing, one more important thing in the natural language processing. Okay, in the natural language processing, we have something called the, we can tell it as the challenges. Okay, if you remember, at a point of time, I have told you that sometimes it happens like in the Google. Okay, in the Google, whenever we are using the translator, okay, uh, to speak something. So at that time, what happened? Whatever we are saying, okay, it will not take that word. It will give you another word which pronounce like the same. It happens, right? Most of the times it happens. Just try it. Most of the time it will happen. Get it? When I think you are familiar with the subtitles of any movies, or suppose you are checking in YouTube videos or something. Okay, someone is trying to speak, and there are subtitles given below, right? Have you checked each and every word of the subtitles or the CC that is given? Check it once, you will get to know there are many misspelled words will be there. Okay, the person will it will the person will speaking something, and the writings, the words are coming in some another word, some another meaning. Okay, means some another word is coming at that point of time. Getting? So, what are these? These are the challenges that we are facing with the natural language processing. Okay. So, what are the challenges mainly? We have the misspellings. Okay, like the natural language processing. These are the full of the misspelling, like types. Okay, types, or we can, for example, let's take the example like the word process. Okay, the word process can be spelled as either a process or processing. Yes or no? So what will the problem? The problem is compounded when you add the accents or other characters that are not in your dictionary. Okay, that will not be in the dictionary of the NLP system. Okay, it will give you another word based on your accent. Okay, based on your pronunciation style, it will give you another word. Okay, suppose language differences. Next example we have the language differences. Suppose an English speaker. Okay, so what he might say, yeah, what we will say, I'm going to walk tomorrow morning. Suppose. Okay, so while at that point of time, what what do an Italian speaker would say? That will be in some Italian language. Okay, uh, I exactly don't know the Italian language. So here the the two languages are different. Yes or no? The two languages are different, but the meaning is same. Getting? So here what will happen? The NLP, it will won't understand the letter unless you translate it into English first. Okay? Unless you translate it into English first, it will not understand. Getting? Then we have the innate biases. Then we have the words with the multiple meanings. Suppose I have a word that have 3 or 4 meanings. Getting? So at that time also this confusion occurs. Okay. Then we have the uncertainty and the false positives. Okay. And one of the biggest challenge with the NLP language is inaccurate training data. Okay, suppose we have built a model with the inaccurate training data, then it will cause you a huge trouble. Okay, the more training data you have, getting, the better your result will be. Suppose you have more training data, then your result will be also better. And if you give the system a incorrect or a biased data, okay, so what it will do, it will either learn the wrong things or it will learn it in an inefficient manner. Okay, so this is the most, or this is the very uh, important challenges that has been faced with the NLP. So this is not an issue like whatever things that the researchers are developing, okay, or the developers are developing. So we are the humans, right? We make the mistakes. Okay, we cause the errors. It's not an issue. We are the humans. So, but to overcome these issues also, okay, to overcome these issues also, mm, we don't know that maybe after 1 year or within some months, this uh, kind of this kind of challenges with the natural language processing, this will reduce. Yes or no? So we are the humans, right? If we are doing the errors also, and it's our inbuilt capability. Okay, it's our inbuilt capability that okay, whatever errors we are doing or whatever mistakes we are doing, we have that system in our brain. We can learn it. Okay, we can analyze that mistake. We can learn it from that. We can learn from that mistake, and we will come out with a better result. Getting? Obviously, so these challenges also will get disappear after some days, not an issue. But yeah, this is the complete overview of the natural language processing that is present inside the artificial intelligence. Okay, so this is all about today topic. If anybody have any doubt or if you want to know anything, you can ask me now. You can unmute yourself. You can ask me now. Okay, so this is all about the today's session. Thank you for attending this session. Thank you for giving your valuable time to this session, to listening some new concepts, okay, to gaining some knowledge. So it's my, I think it's my suggestions for you uh, to keep this kind of touch with Sankhana so that you will get to know about some more and more interesting topics in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so till then, okay.